This is my review for Fantastic Mr. Fox, released in 2009. First off, I do apologise for lack of video. It's just like with my preview video, I couldn't find a video on IGN for the trailer, so I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk any copyright problems, because I just want to get this review out here. And though I'm annoyed about it because I like doing it just from an editing point of view. I like it presentation wise, but no, so there won't be any videos. But anyway, let's get on with the review. So anyway, Wes Anderson is hands down my favourite director, and as I said in the preview, I was a little worried about his new project, a stop motion animation adaptation of Roald Dahl's Fantastic Mr. Fox. Wes has included stop animation before in The Life Aquatic. However, as news started to come out about this film, my worries did start to subside. The cast is Anderson's usual, and there's a certain chemistry and flow that comes out of these actors saying his lines, much like some actors are with stuff written by Quentin Tarantino. The approach to the animation I also was very impressed with, all the handmade stuff, which I thought looked great. However, at the same time, Wes Anderson's style didn't seem like it would transfer well to a kids movie, and in short, it didn't. But there's something fantastic about that. Well, I had to get that line in there, but in all seriousness, no, it didn't transfer to a kids movie. But as far as this review is concerned, that was all the better. I can only review it from my perspective, and my view is, if you don't like his style of comedy and presentation, you will not like this film. If you want a kids movie, you probably won't like this film. If you want a Wes Anderson film with foxes and badgers, you're going to love it. From the first shot, you know it's a Wes Anderson film. A shot of the Fantastic Mr. Fox book, with like somebody with their hand showing the book, mirroring the opening shot to the Royal Tenenbaums. Titles telling you stuff at the top and the bottom of the screen, overhead shots of simple tasks, and above all, the narrative of family. Life Aquatic was Royal Tenenbaums on a boat. Darjeeling was Royal Tenenbaums on a train. This is Royal Tenenbaums with foxes. However, I loved every second of it. It was a delight to see how much of Wes Anderson's style got into this movie. The long pauses and the facial expressions after things were said, the bluntness of the characters, including a line from Mrs. Fox, which I quite enjoyed. I love you, but I really shouldn't have married you. Or in the middle of a fox trap, Mrs. Fox going, I'm pregnant. Or the rat calling Mr. Fox's wife the town tart. I was laughing so much my ribs hurt through most of the film. It's just the little character moments or the random lines of dialogue, like after being drowned and swept away by a flood of cider, Mr. Fox going, anyway, I'm glad about the flood because I wasn't all that happy with my speech. Or Mr. Fox interrupting Badger's speech. The main emotional story was with Fox's son feeling pushed aside by the rival of his cousin. It was the usual Wes Anderson stuff, but you know, well done, all the same. And great vocal work by Jason Schwartzman. In all the vocal work was terrific. I really like the chemistry between the characters of Fox and Kylie. They worked really well together. I think Wes Anderson fans will get the same kick out of it as I did. Just noticing the little, you know, how much like his other films this film is. As I say, I can see why people would criticise it for not being much of a kids movie. It's very talky for one, which I've heard people criticise it for already, and it is. However, as I personally didn't mind that, my only real complaint was there wasn't enough Bill Murray. Oh, and the use of the word cuss for swear words. I'm surprised they got away with that, especially with cluster cuss. Also considering it's not like in other Wes Anderson films they actually swear that much anyway. So there's not even swearing in Anderson films that much, cussed or not cussed. All in all, this could be my favourite movie of 2009, but that doesn't come as much as a surprise, really, considering I'm a fan. It's funny, odd, quirky, subtle, beautiful to look at, has great music, great vocal acting, and enough emotional moments to back up the comedy. I'll need to re-watch Inglourious Bastards to see if it is my favourite movie of 2009, but this one sure is a close race.